Next film I'm going to watch, it's now almost 7:30. I want to go out for another walk today, but I want to feel like I'm still going through with this, so I'm going to watch a short film and go to this man right here, Charlie Chaplin. If you talk about Buster Keaton, invariably Charlie Chaplin comes to mind. Also the two kind of great comics of the silent era, though a lot of people put Harold Lloyd up there as well, and we'll get to him in due course. But Charlie Chaplin, I've become a big fan of him over the past couple of years, particularly his sound films. I love his sound films. Last year I watched The Gold Rush and loved that. A big fan of The Kid, but this is a Blu-ray set of his short films that he did with Mutual. Is it the Mutual Film Corporation? He signed a contract in 1916 for a salary of $670,000. He entered the film industry in 1914, so he's been making films for a couple of years at this point. And we're going to kick things off with The Floorwalker from 1916. So this is the earliest Chaplin stuff I've ever seen. I think the earliest film of his I've seen is The Kid, which is 1921 maybe. So yeah, it'll be really interesting to see this, because I've seen his stuff from the 20s, I've seen his stuff from the 30s, the 40s, the 50s. So yeah, I hope the short is a good one. It's about half an hour long, so I'm going to watch that, probably go out for a walk, come back, and then maybe watch one more film. So on with the next one. Alright, The Floorwalker from 1916, Chaplin's first short with the Mutual Film Corporation. Not a great one. It's interesting, I really hate the whole Buster Keaton versus Charlie Chaplin debate, because to me, you know, why not just love both of them? And they were both great, but when it comes to comedy, it feels like to me, well, I don't know, I mean, I think I prefer Chaplin in the sound era. Films like The Great Dictator, Monsieur Verdot, Limelight, and his, I don't know, I mean, I love some of his silent feature films. The Kid, amazing. The Gold Rush, awesome. The Circus, love it. City Lights, Modern Times, fantastic films. But I didn't enjoy this one. But it's not a good thing to kind of judge someone based on one film. It is one short film, by the way. And there was no kind of, I hadn't heard anything about The Floorwalker. I just went on it because it was the first one on the set. And it's based around him coming into this department store, and he looks exactly like one of the managers, who is at the moment that he gets into the store trying to rip the store from a bunch of money, along with another guy who is kind of the head of the store, the general manager, big bearded guy with big over-the-top bearded eyebrows, and that actor was really over the top, and I just didn't find him very funny. Even Chaplin at times, it seemed like he was trying too hard for me, but then again, you got to remember, this is literally a film that's 100 years old. Unbelievable that I'm watching a film from 100 years ago on Blu-ray. Some of the footage was rougher than others, but there was a big restoration effort that went into putting this set together in 2013. Well, not the set, but just restoring the films, and then, you know, a set was made from the restorations. But you know, some of it looked a lot better than other parts of it, and that was fine. But it was just, it felt a little too drawn out. It was like half an hour long. You know, I'm used to Buster Keaton's films, short films, being like 20, 22 minutes. I don't think the length was the reason that I didn't like it. Well, again, wasn't that I disliked it, I just didn't like it that much. You know, there was a couple of fun. Here's a good thing I can do to kind of maybe compare things. Is with the Buster Keaton film we just watched, I would go like, I would laugh out loud, ha ha ha. With this one, it was more like, you know, like, oh, that's cute, you know. So that was the extent of the humour, and it is a film that is all about the humour. It's all about the gags, you know, knocking stuff over, you know, flipping around, doing that, all that kind of stuff. And there was this one gag on an escalator where Charlie Chaplin was trying to like run down an escalator that's going up, and he's doing his waddle all the way down, and then he'll fall over onto his bum, and then he'll get carried up again, and then he'll try and waddle down again, and it went on for like a minute, and it beleaguered the joke to the point of I was just like, can he get off that escalator, like, you know. So I hate to almost speak badly of him, but it wasn't great, you know. So I'm hoping that some more of the films in this are a lot better. The Immigrant I have heard of. I think I've heard of 1 AM 2 as well. So I'm not sure. You know, if this is what's the word? Not premonition. An indicator of things to come. I'm not sure. I'll try and watch a few more of these during this marathon, but I thought I'd just throw that on before I go for a walk. It's now almost 8:15, and I'm starting to feel quite tired. So go out for a walk, come back, watch one more film, I think, and then go to bed and start early tomorrow, because a lot of stuff needed to be done today before I started, so I started quite late. So I should get more done tomorrow with the film watching. But yeah, Charlie Chaplin's The Floorwalker, interesting to see, you know, as far as Chaplin is concerned, but fairly unremarkable, I think. There's a great bonus feature on the first disc of the Blu-ray set. It's only about 20 seconds long, but it shows you Chaplin signing his contract for the Mutual Film Corporation. He doesn't have his trademark mustache, and so it's kind of cool to see him from like 1960, 100 years ago without the trademark mustache he's got there. And yeah, it was a record-breaking salary where he'd get paid 10 grand a week, and you see him signing the contract and then just like looking at the amount and going like, you know, how much money it was and stuff. And yeah, also, you know, I think, you know, all of Chaplin's feature films I've seen, I've loved. And I don't know if, I really don't know if these films are directed by other people. It probably said at the beginning and I wasn't really paying attention. But it just felt like a very kind of, let's make a comedy short and just, you know, let's just make a situation and just kind of put gags in. You know, Chaplin, you go in and just, you know, just get throttled and get punched and stuff like that. There's a cool little scene where he meets the guy who looks just like him, and they do kind of like a doppelganger scene, which was kind of fun, but there wasn't really anything stand out. And yeah, I just get the feeling this is one of those films that are just churned out, you know, to kind of, you know, let's just make a comedy short. I don't know. To me, it felt like that a bit. There was this woman who kept coming in halfway through, and she was looking at what was going on very carefully with her glasses, and mysterious woman in black, and she kept coming into shots and looking at stuff, and it never paid off. It never went anywhere. So, you know, I just thought, oh, I was expecting there to be some sort of big reveal at the end that she was a detective or something, but no. So yeah, I'm not sure what we'll be watching next, but you'll know fairly soon.